header. Reinhold's the first to get to his feet. The back of the head took the brunt of it for Amin Ahmed. It looks like the front of the head of Jank Reinholds took the most of that one on his end.
Entering the game for the Packers, number 15, Jacob Whitton.
Now Ahmed up to his feet. Gonna get substitutions for both players here. See who comes on. Sullivan comes on for West Fargo.
You can do it, Deacon! Go, guys!
Matt Russell returns for the Deacons to replace Reinholds.
Here we go, Deacons! Here we go! Here we go, Deacons! Here we go!
So they just pooch it down to Jared Fowler to reset everything, kind of as saying thanks for kicking it out,
Here we go, Deacons!
just to reset everything after the injuries.
Here we go!
Lets the injured players get off the field, and it doesn't give either team the advantage. But here's Matt Russell. Jameson's going to try and keep it in, but he can't near the West Fargo bench.
We need to score! Let's do it!
Played ahead by Mike Noah. Cleared out by Engum. Up ahead to Akeem Smith. Jake Fritz came up and got that one before Akeem Smith could because it bounced over Smith. Good defense on that far side, Andrew Sather. Now Matt Wolbaum. Played through Thomas Schroeder. Is he going to go run out near the edge of his box and scoop it up? Nice punt with the win by Thomas Schroeder, and you can almost kind of see him go finally, as we're going to get an arm ball on Andrew Sather. Say, finally I can kick a ball past midfield, and that I'm going with the win. Going into the 25-mile-an-hour breeze, he can hardly get it there. Free kick for the Deacons. It'll be Jake Fritz to take it. Going into the wind from about the 27-yard line. End zone's, or the net is 5 yards into the end zone, so about 32 yards to the net, and it just one hops Thomas Schroeder, and West Fargo escapes that situation. Bossert flicks it over his head. Hussein jumps up, and nice job by Hussein to knock it down in order to make a play on it. Flips it ahead, Spencer Jacobson. Now TJ Anderson. Nice work by TJ Anderson. And then he hits it out off of Aziz Hussein, and the Deacon fans appreciate the effort out of their freshman, TJ Anderson. Just a freshman forward, folks. Those moves will be around here in the next 3 years as well for Shanley. Don't be surprised if Shanley is in this game here the next couple years, fighting for a state championship on the soccer field. Severud trying to get into the box. He does, but Matt Schmidt takes it away. Noah stops it from going too far out and sent in by Bossert softly with the left foot. Be picked up by Thomas Schroeder. Booted down. Aaron Sever needs to come out. He looks injured as Aaron Sever. I don't know if he's cramping or what it is for Aaron Severud, but he ran over there and took his shoe off. So Cam Seville, a freshman forward, another freshman on this Deacon roster that'll be around for the next 3 years after this, comes on for Aaron Severud. The seniors playing in their last game on the soccer pitch today: Zach Jamison and Spencer Jacobson, Tyler Bossert, James Hazelton, who we have yet to see today, Nick Lear, and Matt Wolbaum. The seniors playing their last game for West Fargo: Thomas Schroeder, the goalkeeper, Mason Wickstrom and Christian Engum both on that back line, Birchfield and Prochniak, a couple midfielders for head coach James Moe's team, Matt Schmidt, another midfielder, Sargentiri and Zent and Akeem Smith, along with Adneen Eckett, James Collins, Chan Kuchlan, Andrew Sather, Elmir Ekic, Assad Mohammed, and Austin Sullivan. A bunch of seniors on this West Fargo roster playing in their last game. They're trying to end it with a state championship. Sent forward to TJ Anderson. Headed back. Severud is back on the field. He just needed to go adjust something with his shoe or sock or something. Because now he's moving just fine out here. He ran over to the bench, sat down, took his shoe off. Did something, put it back on, and now he's back on the pitch. Austin Sullivan fighting for it with Zach Jamison. Severud trying to squeak it through to Jamison, unable to do so. Matt Schmidt sends it out of bounds by the Shanley Deacon bench. Jamison fighting for it for the Deacons. Akeem Smith gets by Nick Lear. Matt Wolbaum tries to come up and slow down Smith, but he got by him as well. Slowed him up, however, just enough for Nick Lear to catch up and send it out. And the two exchange high fives between Wolbaum and Lear. They know how dangerous Akeem Smith is. And quick acceleration and overall top end speed of Akeem Smith. As Mason Wickstrom comes on to replace Noah Schaefer. Good minutes out of the freshman defender for Noah Schaefer to spell Quinton. Or excuse me, it was Mason Wickstrom, the senior defender, coming back on. Here's Schmidt. Sends it over Jacobson to Sargentiri. Still going to Sargentiri. Can he beat Wolbaum? And Wolbaum went sliding and just kicked it out. Throws it in to Collins, back to Sargentiri, but over the line. Jacobson throws it in. Severud tips it over players, trying to get it up to TJ Anderson. Severud then loses it to Schmidt. Back forward to Jock Sargentiri. Works toward the middle. Ball is won though by the Deacons. Wolbaum, the Deacons need to get something going. Almost midway through the second half, and they're down 2-0. Russell tries to win it back, unable to do so. Ekic brings it near side for West Fargo. Now Akeem Smith. Nice work by Akeem Smith. Tries to play it through for Sargentiri. What a 1-2 combo punch that is for head coach James Moe. 2013 head coach of the year was James Moe of West Fargo. Collins goes down just outside the box. It'll be a free kick for West Fargo.
Let's go!
James Moe won head coach of the year last year. The year before was Michael Brecker, head coach of Fargo Shanley. So the two previous head coaches of the year in the state of North Dakota are fighting for a state title here in the year of 2014. It's a free kick. Akeem Smith is going to take it from the top of the half circle. Here the 23-yard line of the football field, about 28 yards from net. Got a wall of defenders to try and go over. It hits the head of one of them. And it goes out. It goes off a defender and then squeaks inside the flag. It'll be a West Fargo corner kick. Couple substitutions will come on. Matt Russell will go to the bench for the Deacons and give way. Trying to see who it is. Looks like Shane Downhauer's back on. It is Downhauer.
Into the game for the Packers, number 5, Ben Prochnow, number 10, Matt Zent.
Matt Zent is on. So is Prochniak. Ekic plays it forward to Smith. Fritz has his hands and feet full with Akeem Smith, but he played it away from him that time. Here's Severu trying to flick it forward to TJ Anderson. Ball gets deflected. Jamison clearing out space for Matt Wolbaum. And now both players go down. And now we're gonna get a card here on Austin Sullivan, I think. And it is a card on Austin Sullivan. He'll have to go out.
Yellow card!
Deacon fans are right below us again, awfully loud. A bunch of people thinking they're wearing the pinstripes, but they agreed with the yellow card that time from our referee. So Zach Birchfield has to come back on for Austin Sullivan. Couple yellow cards so far here today. Both teams though still with 11 players. Last game we saw, actually it was the first game of the day, we saw Bismarck Demons have to play with 10 players the last 10 minutes. They actually scored a penalty kick goal to tie it up and send it to overtime against Bismarck Century. Headed off target and escorted out by the West Fargo Packer defenders. It'll be a goal kick for Thomas Schroeder. We're gonna make sure we get the clock rolling here. And it is rolling now. Schroeder kicks it. Noah takes it. And it bounces all the way out of bounds here on the near side. Matt Zent watched it go out there. Mason Wickstrom will come throw it in for West Fargo. Throwing up to Akeem Smith. Tried to use the wind to his advantage. Then Mason Wickstrom to try and get it that far and able to do so. Here's Wolbaum. He's not playing a defender anymore. Now he's playing offense. They need him to do so. Throws it up to Aaron Severud. It goes out over the line. So a throw in for West Fargo. Winning it is Collins. Playing it ahead is to Matt Zent. Trying to get it back to James Collins, unable to do so though. A couple players collide as the ball squirts out to Birchfield on the far side. Here's Jamison taking it. Ekic trying to catch up to him. But the ball gets kicked away before that.
Push up, push up!
Jacobson lets it go by him. He's gonna kick it up. And now Matt Zent. He uses his body to step in front. Tyler Bossard over to Mike Noah. Far side of Nick Lear. Deacons need to start pushing up. Lear takes a spill, but he gets the ball to his teammate, Jamison. Played back to Fritz. Last line of defense is Jake Fritz today. Sophomore defender played right to Ekic. Played back forward and cleared out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Deacons. Played forward into Severud. Severud then goes right back to the middle. Tries to play it forward to Wolbaum. Deflects off a couple heads and into the arms of Thomas Schroeder. So the Deacons trying to push through and cut the deficit in half as West Fargo still leads 2-0. We've played more than half of the second half here on the NFHS network from Cushman Field in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Morgan Lubin alongside Jackie Hernandez and Matt Murtis.
Hey, help him out.
Hernandez running your graphics for the tournament here in Grand Forks. Matt Murtis is all about that camera work for you so you can watch it clearly and see what's going on.
Into the game for the Packers. Number 7, Aziz Hussein.
Aziz Hussein is going to come on for West Fargo. Hakeem Smith is going to come off. Hakeem Smith comes off on the near side, and he's just going to make a lap all the way around for West Fargo instead of running across the middle of the field. It just speeds things up a little bit. And a goal for West Fargo. Zach Birchfield took it away from the defender and scored a goal. And you can see some Deacons are on their knees in disbelief of what just happened. Birchfield runs over to his student section and gives everybody a high five and are back to his goaltender. And that all but solidifies the state championship for West Fargo, even though there's still more than 15 minutes remaining. It's now 3-0 Packers over the Deacons. Deacons are really going to have to start forcing it now. Bossert brings it ahead. Squirts it up. Trying to get it is Zach Jamison. And you just see the Deacons just kind of walking around now, and they know this is going to be a steep uphill climb with 15 minutes remaining. Down 3 goals against this Packer squad. Tries to do a bicycle kick is Matt Wolbaum, and Thomas Schroeder takes care of it. DJ Anderson helps Wolbaum get his shoe on tightly again. Hussein is down on the top of the box for West Fargo. He got collided with from the back end. Hussein tries to touch it over to Collins, unable to do so. Now play it out to Birchfield, who just scored that last goal and probably the one that really puts it out of reach. Free kick for the Deacons. Here's Bossert. Gets around Ekic. Tries to send it forward, and a nice job by Quinton to slow it down. Bossert has it. He'll play it forward to TJ Anderson. And a nice job on the back end by Mason Wickstrom to take it away that time. Sent forward to TJ Anderson. He lets the ball go before taking it, crosses it to the middle. Thomas Schroeder will come catch it above his head and way above the head of Matt Wolbaum. Birchfield is on the ground on the back end, and now Wolbaum's going to lay down too. Once the whistle blew, Wolbaum laid down. He might have a cramp. TJ Anderson is over there helping him stretch it out. Birchfield goes off. He looks like he's got a cramp. He hobbles off. And able to put a whole lot of pressure on that right leg. He gets a hug from a teammate, Amin Ahmed, one of the co-captains on this team, because Birchfield just scored the last goal and probably the one that really put it out of reach. If 2-0 wasn't out of reach, 3-0 for sure might get it done. Woolbaum is going to get substituted for by Matt Russell. So the sophomore midfielder Russell replaces the senior Matt Woolbaum. Taken by Thomas Schroeder. I think Lear has it. Played back to Quinton, who sends it forward for West Fargo. Couple new players on for the Packers. Assad Muhammad, number 21, a senior defender, he's on for the first time this afternoon. Trayton Molan is also on for West Fargo. Molan unable to keep it in. Brockniak sends it to the other side, taken by Mike Noah, who gets tripped up by Assad Muhammad.
Come on, guys, let's go. Forward, Aaron.
Taken by Fritz into the box and taken care of by Christian Engum. And played forward by Ekic. Over to Muhammad, chipped forward to Hussein. Hussein turns around and finds a teammate, Jacob Quinton. Actually, it was Matt Zent pushing forward for the Packers. Closing in on 11 minutes to play here, the 2014 state championship, and a corner awarded to the West Fargo Packers. Couple substitutions will come in for the Packers, as Jacob Quinton will head to the bench, as will Adine Ekic, one of the seniors on this Packer squad, will come out probably for the last time. The Packer fans make some noise because there's a camera from the news down there shooting them, as the Packers are that close to a state championship. About 40 or 50 West Fargo students made the trip, but then you still have all the other parents and relatives sitting next to them. Good showing by the West Fargo Packers. Quite a few Deacon family and friends here as well. A Let's Go Packers chant has started on the south end of the bleachers, cheering their team on as they're 10.5 minutes away from a state title. Schmidt plays it back. They do a nice job keeping it away from Mike Noah, who's trying to take it away up front for the Deacons. To Prochniak. Over to Trayton Molan. Left-footing Molan tries to send it through. It was played by Donhauer. And now worked around. This is Chan Cooch Long. To Hussein. Tried to touch it back behind Jake Fritz. Unable to do so. Here's Bossert. And Trayton Molan outworks Tyler Bossert to send it in on net, where Jared Fowler tried to punt it and into the wind. Knew he had to try and hit a good one. And it didn't go so well that time for Jared Fowler. Here's Spencer Jacobson. Up ahead to Bossert. Taken by Schmidt over to Mike Noah. Shane Downhauer. Tyler Bossert. Played forward to Aaron Severud. Can the Deacons get one to try and cut into this lead? As nice defense by Christian Engum. Still on the field along with Mason Wickstrom, two senior defenders along that back line. Still in the game. Ben Prochniak, another senior midfielder, one of the captains, also still out there.
Into the game now for the Deacons. Number 3, Spencer Jacobson. Number 2,
Zach Jameson returns, as does Matt Wilbaum. He's got it now. Wilbaum tries to center it, and it's going to go out on the sliding defender. It was Andrew Saylor, a senior, making the slide tackle that time. Sent in. And a goal for the Deacons off the head of Matt Wilbaum. Spencer Jacobson took the corner kick. Matt Wilbaum sends it in off his head. So the senior defender, Matt Wilbaum, who's been playing forward most of the game up there with TJ Anderson, trying to push it across and into the back of the net, is able to do so. With just under 8 minutes remaining here in the state championship game, the Deacons cut the deficit to 2. Can the Deacons get another one? Hakeem Smith collides with Nick Lear. And Hakeem Smith still shaking. I'm not sure what the Deacon fans below us are so upset about. There's an injured Packer on the field. Hakeem Smith took the brunt end of that collision right to the chest. Probably got the wind knocked out of him as he dropped straight to his back. And the Deacon fans, very unsportsmanlike by them, were very upset with the fact that Hakeem Smith went down. But from up here where I'm at, Hakeem Smith took an elbow or a shoulder right to the midsection, and he's getting attended to right now. The clock is stopped and all for Hakeem Smith. As he sits up, you can see him grabbing his chest. I hope the Deacon parents are a little ashamed of themselves for getting so mad at Hakeem Smith for falling down, as he took a shoulder right to the chest. He needed to be helped up off the ground. And now the Deacon fans actually do stand up and give a round of applause to kind of make up for the fact that they got on Hakeem Smith so quickly. Hakeem Smith needs to be carried off the field. I don't know if he has any wind left inside him. His ribs took a pretty hard shot there, and he collapsed pretty quickly. Deacon fans were quick to get on him, but they did give a nice round of applause for Hakeem Smith to get off the field, and he still needs help. He can't get to his bench without getting escorted. That'll probably be the last time we see Hakeem Smith, the senior Packer, who has a goal and an assist here today. Nice game by him, and he probably ends his season here with the West Fargo Packers. Taken off by an injury. Here's Bossert, forward to TJ Anderson, kept in by Anderson, sent on net. Thomas Schroeder has to dive back and punch it away, and it almost ended up as a goal for Matt Wilbaum. The Deacon fans trying to keep their team in it, but it went off the forehead of Zach Jameson, unable to squeak it inside the post. It hit the outside of the net, so it ended up as a goal kick for West Fargo instead of a corner for the Deacons. Played forward by the Packers and then kicked out by the Deacons. Matt Wilbaum trying to corral it, unable to do so. It's going to be a free kick for the Deacons. Cooch Long's cleat might have got up there a little high. 6 minutes to play here in the state championship. 3-1 Packers. Cooch Long plays it through to Hussein. Tried to touch it back to Cooch Long, and it was taken by Bossert. Up ahead now to Jameson. The left-footed Jameson trying to get by Sajid Thierry.